everybody, welcome to my channel. This is a video series I do called Transfer Tuesday, where every week I come on and share what kind of financial moves we're making to get us closer to our ultimate goal of financial freedom. So I did take a break last week. We were on our spring break vacation. So I am back at it this week after that vacation. And March was actually one of those pay months where we had 3 pay periods. So the last one being right at the very end of March. So that does kind of skew things, and it really does put that money actually into April, which I'm going to go into a little bit more detail when I do my net worth update video and kind of talk about that. So we did have some extra money coming in from that extra paycheck, and then it being right at the end of that month. We did have our vacation, and I'm very fortunate my dad does travel with us, and he did spring for several of the expenses, so it wasn't as expensive out of pocket for us as it would have been if he had not came with us. So that was very nice, and I am very thankful for that. Not only that, but we got home and we had our mail held, and then when our mail arrived on Saturday, we had a nice surprise in there with a $500 student loan refund for my husband. No idea really why he got it or how he got it, but it did clear the bank account. We cashed it, and the money is in our account. So we will take it. I do find it interesting. This is the second refund he has received, and I have yet to receive one, and I had probably $60,000 in student loans that I've paid off. So I'm not sure where my money's at, but I'd like a refund too. But in reality, I think if I had to guess, it's because at one point he attended a technical college that lost its accreditation and ended up going under. So I think it's tied to that, but I am not 100% sure. You just randomly get these checks in the mail and no idea really why or what it's for. So it was a very pleasant surprise and one that we will gladly take. So as I mentioned, with it being that pay period right at the end of the month and end of the week, rolling into this new week, and having been on vacation, I hadn't really had a chance to, kind of reconcile things until we got home. So right now, there's kind of a lot of things in limbo, paying off those credit cards with all the expenses that we did charge on them from that vacation. And then now this week being that week in between those pay periods, where I tend to be a little bit conservative. I have moved around a little bit of money, moved a little bit from checking into savings, because when I do my Roth IRA transfers, that actually comes out of our savings account. That's just the account that I have tied to it. So I just moved a little bit over. I do anticipate probably making some more significant moves in this next week though. But for this week, for Transfer Tuesday, getting to the point here, I did go back to contributing to my Roth IRA. As I have mentioned, that is our primary goal for the year right now, is to max that out. So this week I moved another $250 over into that Roth IRA account. So we are making very good progress on that, and once we do get that paid off, we can move on to some other goals. But I've also talked about trying to be more intentional, so we hadn't had to touch the money that I had set aside in our savings sinking fund. I was able to just pay those credit card bills with the money that we have in our account and not touch that savings account. So that's really nice. So it's going to allow me to continue to contribute to that, to build it up. This summer I do have a work conference that I'm going to, and we are hoping that my husband will come along and that we would actually extend that into kind of the honeymoon we never got and do something just the two of us, because we've never taken a vacation just the two of us. And we've been married for like 15 years. So that would be much needed and deserved. So I will continue to make transfers into that account on a monthly basis as well. I've talked about in some other videos our other sinking fund that we have set aside for our children for different expenses. Those are going to come into play now in the next month or so. Our kids go to they go to summer school, and then they have like a wraparound care. So that is like almost $800 for them to go to that after that half day of summer school for those like 8 weeks or whatever it is. So I have to enroll them in that, I think, next Friday. So I will have to pay for that all up front when you register. So some of those expenses and some of those sinking funds are going to get tapped into as we come into needing that money here in the next month or so. So that's going to do it for me. I will be, as I mentioned, filming a video about our monthly net worth update, and then I will be back again next week with another Transfer Tuesday update. So I hope you have a great week, and I will see you back here then.